them. But today is all about you. So today,
I'm messing with something.
today we're here with Mike Johnson at Ridge Hill Farm. And we're going to talk a little bit about Swanzey history and things that went on, things that Mike knows, but he's never shared before. No, he is somebody that a lot of people in Swanzey know, and I'm really happy to have a chance to talk with you today, Mike. One of the first times that I did talk with you is at the Cheshire Fair in Swanzey.
Right.
And you have that pig, whatever you call it.
Yeah, the chameleon pig.
The chameleon pig is very well trained, and it can come out when people are there, and it makes a little bit of commotion.
Oh yeah.
But you never see it. It changes colors, I guess.
We're asking for the pigs coming every
Right,
year.
right. Well, that's something that I look forward to too. So I hope that it's around for a long time. It must be really old by now, isn't it?
I've been doing it 45 years this spring.
Yeah. So if
summer.
you get a chance to go to the Cheshire Fair, go to the Red Barn, and you'll probably see Mike there. All right. So Mike, you were born in 1938.
Yep.
What do you remember about growing up here in Swanzey?
Well, I've been here, lived here all my life, and
You went to school at the number 2 schoolhouse.
Went to schoolhouse, and
Where did you go after that? What was the school that you would go to? Keene High, right.
I went to the high school by the police station, the old high school.
Right, where it was the junior high,
My
and now
brother
it's
was
done.
a year younger, and he went to Monadnock.
Yep.
That was a cutoff.
Right.
So he went out there.
Yeah.
I went to Keene.
Yep.
Things changed fast at that point.
Yeah,
And,
yeah. And so when you, let's see, so just to 8th grade, did you go to Whitcomb Hall to do any kinds of graduation, or did you just graduate right at that school? Did they have that? They had it right there. Yep. So what was a typical day like for you in school? Because from what I understand, the teachers were pretty strict on what they needed to do. From what I understand from some of the reading that I did, they would put the teachers in the town reports and give them sort of a report card on how they did.
Yes.
And they got judged on how well you students did and went from there. So what were you like as a student?
Probably mediocre.
Yeah.
I get fairly good marks.
Yeah, yeah. But
But,
they also judged you on how attentive you were, and if you were a troublemaker, or different things. I looked at my grandmother's report card the other day, and I was like, seriously, they really looked at a lot of stuff.
They did.
Yeah. And it seems like the teachers were they were teaching you. They expected the parents were going to teach you.
Yeah.
But if the parents didn't teach you, it was up to the teachers to try to get you focused.
Everybody was on their idiosyncrasies and everything else.
Yeah. Now,
I guess I was kind of a troublemaker because I was a practical joker. I used to
Yeah. So what was a joke that you did? Did you do anything for your teacher or your students, or what would you do?
Put a fake snake in the teacher's drawer once. I've still got the snake. It's a rattlesnake. Looks just
Yeah.
That didn't go very well.
No. Yeah.
To show you how it was back then.
Yeah.
Our old teacher in the 8th grade, old Mrs. Fenton, was a nice old Irish old miss, but she smoked a lot, so she'd take smoke breaks.
Mm-hmm.
And any of you kids bring your smokes out with me, the 8th grade kids would come out and smoke with us.
Seriously?
Today you go to jail.
Yeah.
Everybody smoked. Of course,
Wow.
some of the 8th grade kids are 15 years old.
Yeah.
Because they took time off and came back.
Right. Because from what I saw, too, a lot of times you had men as teachers, and this is in the very early, men as teachers in the winter, and females during the summer. This is what I read.
In my day, it was all women.
All women.
Yep.
And were they all single still? Or
they were either widows or some were still married.
Because that was a rule at one time.
It was the end of their career. They were finishing out their last few days before they, few years before they retired.
Yeah. But I think Swanzey was really interested in having all of their kids educated. That was one thing that I noticed, because they had like 12 districts at one time, and then they brought them back down a little bit. But that was really important. And the people that were able to help build some of these houses, or the schoolhouses, or community centers and things like that, really wanted to see the kids do well. Like the community center that's just down the road from you. One of the things that they said there is that they wanted the kids to be athletic and to be able to do things, that were going to give them skills through their lives. Did you ever go to the community center when you were here? Do you remember?
Oh yeah, I've had a bit of best man and a couple weddings.
Yeah,
there.
because there's a church in there that people don't realize
yeah.
too.
And,
Yeah. Yeah.
There are a lot of caskets in there.
Weddings?
So.
Do they ever do weddings there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Best man.
Yeah.
Right. Right. And did they do like suppers? Did they do like potluck suppers and things like that?
The last Saturday of the month, everybody would come to a supper up there.
Yeah.
They don't bring a potluck.
Don't you kind of miss that? You know.
Oh yeah, that was terrible. It was a whole different world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they try to do that at a lot of the churches. You know, some of the smaller churches are in the area. I know that the Brick Church still does that, and the church in Winchester does their hot dog they've been doing it for years and years and years. But I remember, you know, family reunions and potluck suppers.
Yeah,
and
everything like that went on there.
Yeah, and that was where you had community.
Yeah.
You know, because like you said, how many farms were in this area? 30?
33.
33 farms. Yeah. And what did everybody do? They worked.
They worked.
All the time.
Yep.
Yeah. And, you know, that was just what you did, but it sounds like they took time when they could to get together.
Oh, they always did. Everybody, like that barn right there.
Uh-huh.
When I was 14, it burned to the ground.
Yeah.
And it was the neighbors came in and they built that in 2 weekends.
No. Wow.
Had 80 people working on it.
Yeah. Isn't that the way it should be?
Yeah, that's the way it should be.
It should be. That's right. That's right. Well, let's take a walk around the farm a little bit, if you don't mind, just real quick.
You got a second? Let's get help in the pickup. This screw cab, and we're running down. I went down a while back with the hay, and I couldn't find a newborn baby. Let's see if we can find it.
Okay, let's go.
I think it'll be there where the mother had it hidden somewhere.
Oh, that is great.
There's room in the back and in the front. So.
Okay, you can sit in the back if you want. I don't know. It's up to you. Okay. Shh! Don't tell anybody.
No, I mean the back seat here, not in the back of the truck. Not in the back of the truck.
We used to do that. I thought you had a new truck. This was a new truck, like how long ago?
04.
Yeah. But you had another truck that you had that you were driving around. It was all spiffy. I don't know which one it was.
I think it was probably one of my Vinny. He's a friend of mine.
Was it blue?
Yep.
Look at that turkey.
That's a royal palm turkey. Beautiful birds.
Yep.
That one's kind of a freak of nature. He was one of my friends of mine had put some eggs under a chicken.
Uh-huh.
And that's the only egg that hatched. So they brought the chicken to the roost. That was 5 years ago. That old red hen is his mother, and he still stays with her. He has nothing to do with the turkeys.
Huh. He thinks he's a chicken. He's
a chicken.
He's a big chicken.
Friendly Farm opens up next month.
That's what I was talking with Alex about, is that I thought you might have some of the animals here because you winter over the animals, don't you?
It'd be 55 years this spring.
Wow.
I'll take it back over the mountain. Yeah.
I never realized it had gone on that long. And I love the Friendly Farm.
I sold him the first animal he had, a calf.
Yeah. And that was to his dad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I love,
And the old Friendly Farm cow they still have when I board is the great granddaughter of that calf.
Wow. Wow.
So you can leave this open because there's nothing up here.
Mm-hmm.
You want to swing the gate open there?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I will.
There's a wild turkey out there strutting in the field. that turkey strutting over there with his females?
Oh yeah.
I fed 82 wild turkeys all winter. And now there's only about 20. There's about 20 that stay here in the summer.
You have
They
coyotes?
spread everywhere.
Oh, I see.
They spread all over the country.
Wow.
Go back
Because
where
there are a lot of turkeys out there now.
there are a lot of them out there.
Yeah. So is this the mom?
Nope.
Nope.
That's
We got a ways to go. Is that a Northern Highlander?
that's Scotch Highlander.
Scotch Highlander. Yeah.
You ever in the paper 2 years ago? You probably saw it. I caught a bunch of wild cattle up in Sullivan.
Yes.
That's one of them.
Oh wow. So what did they get out and then they just lived up there?
I've caught wild cattle all my life.
Huh.
I caught 94 head in my lifetime.
Wow.
They go feral, you know.
Yeah.
Live in those had been abandoned. The people got divorced.
Yeah.
And moved away. Just abandoned them.
Wow.
Way back in the woods. And
Wow.
they lived 2 winters all by themselves
Yeah.
in the woods.
Yeah.
I've got a big cow trap I built over there that I set up.
Yeah.
In fact, these cows here are all wild cattle I caught over the years.
I remember you had all kinds of varieties
I got
of
'em.
cows. Yeah. I'm glad it's not too wet today because we've had so much rain. Oh my goodness. Those are some long-necked cows, let me tell you.
Those are the friendly farm llamas. They're all
Wow,
they're all going to have babies the end of May.
Yeah.
All three of them.
Yeah. You do have a variety of cows here, though. Gosh. Oh, you
Wood
got
ducks.
ducks and jeez, you got all things going on here.
The place has been in the conservancy for years.
I'm so
all
happy.
kinds of wildlife here.
Yeah. They must be used to you because they're not
I put out
skittish at all.
Oh no, I put out a big round bale every day.
Mm-hmm.
Keeps them locked. Oh, there's that new baby. She didn't bring it out. She had it hidden somewhere.
Yeah.
That was born yesterday afternoon.
Yeah. And what about this other little one? That was probably a
That's
couple of days ago,
probably
wasn't it? Or a week?
10 weeks old, 10 days old.
10 days, yeah. And you got another one here?
And there's about a week old.
Yeah.
It's the time of
Oh,
year.
what a
There's
great time of year, isn't
30
it?
cows here, and they're all going to have babies.
Yeah. Must be a wild time during that time where they're all. Now, do you inseminate or do they just
I both.
go? Okay. Now, do you still have that Texas Longhorn?
I've got several longhorns here.
Well, remember, they were in the rural character, you had one that was making all kinds of noise.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look at that little one. Oh, my goodness.
The mother's a first timer.
Oh, which one is the mother? The black one?
Where is she? No, we got them by now. The mother's the one walking away over the speckled one way up the other side. She's over there.
Oh, yeah.
Those are babies safe.
Yeah. So they will. She doesn't stick around?
As long as they're in the group, she's happy. I couldn't find her earlier because she's hidden it somewhere.
Huh.
Some of
Wow.
these old cows have a long history.
Yeah. Look at how
That,
heavy some of these are. They're ready.
That one right there with the kind of a blue-gray one with the white face.
Mm-hmm.
That's old Bluebell. One years ago, I gave her to a little 11-year-old girl in Marlboro. They didn't have much money. They just moved on to a little farm, and she wanted to be a 4-H'er, so I gave her Bluebell. She was an orphan calf. And a couple of years later, they moved to the cow. She did well.
Mm-hmm.
She even went to Eastern States. In her day, she was a good-looking cow.
Yeah.
And last spring, they moved away, and I hadn't seen them. I keep thinking the cow's getting old. And she moved. This woman pulls in with some little kids and says, "Mike, you remember me? You gave me Bluebell. How long did she live?" And I said, "What you gonna out see her?" She said, "Mike, I'm 34. That cow's 25 years old."
Wow.
Unbelievable.
How long do they live?
I don't know.
Wow. These are beautiful. And now, what do you do with them?
All beef cows.
Yeah.
I sold 29 beef this fall.
Yeah.
I have enough on.
How old are they when you slaughter them?
These calves, like these up here,
Yeah.
they were born in the winter,
Yeah.
and they'll weigh around 600 pounds in the fall. That's right, they go for baby beef.
Yep. Yep. And do you bring them off to slaughter and you sell the meat, or do you sell it to somebody else?
I bring them over to the slaughterhouse in
Yeah.
Westport.
Uh-huh.
And some of them go down to Athol to that slaughterhouse.
Yeah. Now, would these guys be considered organic or?
They're all totally organic.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great.
Couldn't do anything organic. My grandmother would come back. My grandmother was half Indian.
Yeah.
Half Backie Indian.
Yeah.
This land we're on right here was Indian corn land.
We're gonna have to come back because there's a lot of stuff that I want to talk to you about.
You've seen the museum in Keene that has all the Indian artifacts?
Yes.
Which one was the name of it? I can't remember. I've been in Colony, something or other.
There is a colony museum.
And they have all kinds of Indian artifacts.
Yeah.
They all came from here.
Oh, really?
Here and up along Roof Flat Roof Mill.
Yeah. Yeah. Because what I was reading is that the Indians there was quite a few Indians in Swanzey Center, but I know that you did some information on where they had their fire pits, where they had done burns.
Oh yeah.
And you were showing some of that before too.
They didn't live in teepees like you think of. They lived in longhouses 100 feet long in villages.
I didn't realize.
And that was all when I was a kid. That was all long mounds, terraces about 10 feet wide, that deep. That's where the Indians raised the corn.
Wow.
We didn't know what it was. My dad had them all bulldozed flats.
Right.
Rich land.
What the heck were they doing with these mounds anyway? Yeah. Yeah. We're so lucky to have this area because there is so much history. I mean, going back way far.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of finding it. And, I think that once you learn what to look for, things just open up.
Right.
Yeah.
My kids are going to bury me in that grove up at the end of the field. Right there.
That's where you should be. Yeah.
You see there was a fence and a little building way up the other end of that?
I did. Is that
that's
the
where
kids
all
thing?
the kids, yep. They have their get-togethers there. Memorial Day, they have a big barbecue.
Did they have to come all the way through here to get to it?
Yeah.
Wow. So you always knew who was down there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just my kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
And every fall I have a get-together for the whole neighborhood. We had 150 people last year.
Wow. I've seen it on Facebook every once in a while, but I didn't know what exactly it was. I think that's just great.
The kids buy, but they had a big barbecue. They barbecued a 250-pound baby beef.
Yep.
And a quarter of deer that one of them had got.
Yep.
And two turkeys. They ate every bit of it. Everybody brings a dish,
Yeah. And so that's like tradition. That's like what we were talking about. This is, I would really like to see more reunions. People.
My family told most of my family is city people. You do that, nobody will come anymore. Everybody comes.
Yeah, it's your only chance because everybody has all these memories of remember when.
And a lot of them are new people. They like to come.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They can't believe what used to go on.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got an old picture up in the house of my mother when she was 2 years old. She'd been about 105 now, standing in front of the stagecoach. The stagecoach ran right through here over the hill, Corey Pond Road into Troy.
Really? So Corey Pond Road goes all the way through?
All the way through. Corey Pond's in Troy.
Wow.
The other side of the mountain.
I'll close up the gate. So you can go all the way. Do you have people that drive through here all the time?
And now you'll get to have an all-terrain vehicle to do it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Did you see that picture in the Sentinel a while ago with the squirrel, the great owl catching the squirrel?
Yeah.
That guy, Andy Greenwood, comes here and takes a lot of pictures.
Yep.
That picture right there he took the other day, right there on the dash.
Oh.
Oops.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Protecting?
That's an odd couple. That's a 4-year-old eagle. He's about to turn they're that color until they turn the white heads.
Oh, really?
And it's a young male, and he and that raven were here all winter. That's as far apart as they ever got. They sat in a tree together, they ate together, and they'd take a piece of skin or something, and for hours they'd play games with it. Catch it.
You don't get to see that very often. You do, but we don't.
We had 11 eagles here all winter rather.
Yeah. So when they had the mills here, How did it affect you guys at all, like with the water? Because didn't the water used to be higher, or?
In the old days it was.
Yeah.
So this little brook here only starts half a mile up on the hill. Mm-hmm. Comes out of a round hole in the ledge.
Wow.
But no, the lane mills never affected the river.
No.
The blanket mills did.
Ah, right.
The blanket mills had dams, but
Yep.
the lanes never made any power by the water. So.
Ah. So what is this calf here, or the cow here?
There's some of my old dairy cows. I don't milk them anymore, but they raise calves and I keep them up here by themselves in the winter.
So do you sell the females to somebody, one of the farms that does?
Yeah, I do quite
milking?
often.
Yeah.
A lot of them go for 4-H calves.
Nice.
4-H
You know what?
mostly.
I think 4-H is really important.
Oh, I do.
I can't tell you how much. I grew up in Keene, and we always had animals, but never had cows and horses or chickens or anything like that. My grandfather was a Jennison. He was Arthur Jennison up in Walpole.
Oh, yeah.
And he had cows. And that's where I think I got this bug for taking care of animals. Again, I never have had cows or horses or any big animals. But when I get to a farm, I just feel like it's where I'm supposed to be. I can't tell you why.
In your blood.
Yeah, yeah. So are those wild turkeys up on the hill?
Keep your eye on them. You're about to see them dance, probably.
Is there an
When they
animal
gain
up
up
there?
like that, they're the best weather predictor in the world. Before it ever rains,
Yeah.
suddenly they make a big circle and dance and bow to each other like an Indian war dance.
Really?
They're dance.
Huh.
Indians learned it from the turkeys.
Yeah. Wow.
My old grandmother used to say, don't cut hay if the turkeys are dancing. No matter what they say.
How close can you get to them?
You can walk right up to them.
Huh.
I feed them every morning when I do the chores.
Yeah. Oh, you got a little groundhog there too, that just was
There's
walking
one
back
living
and
under the. We got a little. I raise Maine Coon cats too.
Yeah.
I got 5 females. Gonna have babies shortly.
Oh, there's. See it?
Yep.
Yep.
I have
That's
a
a second one, because there was another one that went across just a minute ago. I'm pretty sure there's
They're
two.
moving everywhere.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So.
They're living under that old building there.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, that old building on this end was 30 by came way out here,
Yeah.
and it fell down 2 years ago. This month.
Yeah.
I took care of my parents for 8 years when they were in their 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And everything went to the devil at that point. It was the hardest thing I ever did, to take care of them on the farm.
Yeah. It's a lot of work.
And so now I'm trying to catch up again.
Right. Right. Well,
They lived to be 96 and 98.
Yeah. Maybe you have a build day on that reunion. I mean, I'm telling you, and you get 150 people here. If you can get them organized.
Well, I gotta get the rubble picked up.
Yeah.
And,
have a big bonfire.
and when we burned the main mine, that's just rubble that's left.
Yeah.
The main pile went
Yeah.
down on the burn pile, got burned. But
Yeah.
it's, I've had a lot of help. If people come to help me hay,
yeah.
and it's.
Yeah.
I put up 500 of those big bales and about 3,000 square bales. I cut all the field, all through the center, all through there.
Wow.
Hay's getting to be a big commodity.
It is,
They get-
especially organic.
Yeah.
That's huge now.
They get $9 a bale over at
Yeah.
Fisher Horse.
It used to be like even just a few years ago. I think it was just a couple dollars a
Yeah.
bale. It wasn't
Gone
much
up
at
and
all.
up and
But
up.
how can people afford it? But they do.
Well, there's horse people buy the hay.
Right. Right.
These round
Especially the
bales are
square
what the
bales.
cow and sheep people
Right.
mostly, and they're much
Yeah.
cheaper.
Yeah. So did-
Everybody's run out of those round bales around. So they're all coming. I had to go buy. I had to buy 40 round bales in Northfield to take care of the neighbors.
Wow.
One of them was here already this
Wow.
morning.
Well, last year was a kind of a hard year, wasn't
Bad
it?
year,
Lots
really
and lots
bad
of
year.
rain.
Right.
Yeah.
We didn't get much of a crop. Remember it was drought in the spring there. The grass crunched at one point. Didn't
Yeah.
only had half a crop. Then it rained the rest of the year
Right.
steadily.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know.
Most people, their second crop is still in the field.
Right. Which is sad because that's something that everybody depends on.
That's something they depend on.
Yep. Yeah. So, why did you stay at the farm? Did you ever go anywhere else?
Nope.
Nope.
It's all in the blood.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you never had an interest in going anywhere else or?
No.
No. No. I think it's wonderful. So don't think when I'm asking you, I'm just wondering, like, what keeps somebody on the farm? Because I think it's a great thing. Not enough people do this kind of stuff anymore. They all think they have to move away.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of stuff if you look for it where you are. It's just finding what you love to do.
I guess that's it. Most people farm because they love it.
They have to love it because you're not making any money. You're right. You're right.
It's hard work.
Yeah. Yeah. So you did say before, I've heard you say that hill over there has made you some money.
That's my best cow. It milks all year round.
Right. And she's still got a few years in her.
Well, the pit goes way back. She's driving the top of those ridges way back there,
right.
So I'll never outlive it.
Yeah, it looks like you've gotten like maybe halfway through it.
Oh God, not even that. Not even a third of it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Started out a good year. I've had a lot of sold a lot of sand already. Last year was a poor year. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of work going on this year.
Yeah.
That keeps things going.
Yeah. So this land is in Conservancy.
And so is I got another farm in Richmond.
In Richmond, right.
That's in too.
Yep. And how many acres do you have on each of those?
You got 160 on this one and 55, I believe, on the other one.
And what do you do with the property over there now?
I keep cows on. Half the cows go down there.
Wow. So these cows that we just saw will go down there.
Well, they go down. And
yeah. You don't worry about anything going after them? No coyotes or anything like that?
The only thing I ever lost was I had a big bear kill a cow once. Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to feed them or anything? They're just self-sufficient?
When winter comes, I bring them home.
Mm-hmm. And there must be like a little brook there or something that
big mountain brook runs right through the middle of it.
Perfect.
Beautiful piece of land.
Perfect. And
the people that bought the house and went with the old place, my grandparents' old house, keep an eye on them for me. They're great people.
That's great. Yeah.
A lot of these same turkeys that I feed in the winter go down there, 5 miles away.
How do you know?
In the summer.
Yeah.
Well, I go down and call the cows up and give them a little grain, to keep them tame. Up out of the willows with the brook comes a whole flock of turkeys.
Wow.
We know that guy.
Yeah.
Share?
He feeds us. Yeah.
Come on, I share.
Yeah. Yeah. So what are they going to do with this someday, do you think? Do you think somebody else will come on as a farmer?
My nephew wants to take it over.
That's excellent.
He wants to.
Does he live around here?
He lives right there in the trailer.
Oh.
He's just getting married in.
Wow.
He getting married in August.
That's great.
They're gonna have his wedding down there.
I think that's perfect. Yeah, I'm so happy because land like this you don't want to get changed out. And you've got it in Conservancy, so it's not going to, but that's just wonderful. Go ahead.
It's amazing what vultures these people are today.
I know. It's scary. Look at all the property in Swanzey that's being built on.
Oh yeah.
That's really sad. And I know people have to do what they've got to do, but
was it last year in the town meeting you had to vote on, they wanted to keep Milson Pond out. Remember, they wanted to tear the dam out and get rid of it.
Yeah.
Same guys doing all the building wanted to put houses in there. He was pushing that. Going to fill it in and build houses in the lake.
And you know what will happen someday? He'll be gone, and the pond will be gone. Just like all these buildings.
They didn't. Everybody voted down.
I'm
That's
very
a really
happy.
popular spot.
Exactly. That's got so much history too.
There were times claiming that it was dangerous. It would flood. What's going to flood? It never flooded yet.
No. Somebody's just trying to make up a story.
Yeah, make a story. Get 100 houses there.
Yeah. That's that's what I love about Swanzey, is that we have land still. And we have some of our old buildings.
Quite a bit of it's in Conservancy.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of it is pretty surprising.
I have to tell you, I wish Open Spaces was still around because I think they did a great job.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyway, for anybody that was on that committee, I'm really appreciative to what they've done. Yeah.
I know a lot of the people, like the Victoria names. There.
And they'll still do it, on their own. I know they will. But, so, old homestead. Do you still have the steers?
Old Buck and Ike died.
Yes.
They were out. But
yes.
So Victoria has the new steers.
Right. Yeah. They're kind of like a rusty red colored steers. Yeah. So what does she do with her? Are they just pets?
She's also got some red Devons, those rusty reds. That's the old original Yankee breed.
Yeah.
And
Is she keeping them just in case the old homestead play comes back?
well, she's trying to bring, those are endangered, considered endangered. So all the cows are bred. They're all going back in the pasture with their babies this year. So
Yeah.
just a hobby with her.
It is, but she does a great job. And I did a show with them probably 5 years ago.
Those horses over in the mine.
The little ones? You've got some miniature horses there too, I think. Or
little
are they
mini-
are they ponies or miniature horses?
Little black one's a mini. He goes to the Little Red Barn every
Yes,
year.
yeah.
And the big ones are Mustangs that I rescued
Yeah.
over the years. And,
Yeah.
the little other, and the black horse is the friendly farm horse.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got a bunch of horses. I got horses in the barn I just put in the grain too.
Yeah. People don't know how lucky they are to have you here. You're kind of away, so not everybody knows about you, but
We used to have a lot of horses, but everything changed here a few years back. Now that all the people have the horses in these fancy stables where they're kept inside all the time.
right. So you used to board horses, is that what you're saying? Or
We
Or
at
you
one
just
point
had
we
them?
had 62 head here.
really?
The place up across the road, which is now Eastfield Crossing Development, that was a 250-acre farm.
Wow.
And I rented it for many, many years and kept a lot of them
Wow.
up there.
And then
And
as
the
it
old
happens.
man died, it was grabbed up immediately.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Yep, that's what happens. Well, they
Yeah.
spread out a little bit. Are those turkeys telling us that it's not going to rain?
I guess not. They all get in a red circle. Earlier, they were dancing up above them before we got here.
Yep. Yep.
Old man Bard was a nice old timer, and I rented the land from him for like 28 years. Kept horses there, and
Yeah.
it was beautiful. And up over the hill, there wasn't light in sight. It was just these rolling fields.
Yeah,
out
it is a
there.
nice area down there. Yeah.
And they, his family never came to see him. None lived in the area. And he died about 3 o'clock in the morning. And by the time I got up, there were 20 cars there. They tore that house to pieces. The family tore up the floors and everything. And they had money buried there. Amazing. Wrecked house. They found nothing.
Good. Good.
They knew he had a lot of money, and I did too. But he showed me a shoebox once. His father had taken out some kind of a savings account for him when he was a little boy. And he was 90 years old. A shoebox full of money. He just said, come due, and he can take it out of the bank. Didn't trust banks. He had $90,000 in that box. What would you do? I said, you should be at the bank tomorrow morning and put that in there, and invest it. Don't trust them. What'd you do with your money, Donald? Buried it. It's buried up there somewhere. And then he died a few days later.
Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah, that's the strange. It was a big old 2-apartment house. And it had a lot of weird stories with it.
Yeah. See, that's the kind of thing that I want to hear. Like all the things that you would never know. Like people would never know that in that development was a guy who had 250 acres.
Yeah.
Like that was something before.
Yeah, left his family
people think
left it
that
to him.
whatever they see is what it's always been.
He was really an old timer. His father had an old Ford touring car, ones with the wooden wheels. He bought brand new, and he came home from work one day and dropped dead of a heart attack. That car, when old man died at 90, it's still sat there, never been touched since he died. He left it right where the old man got out of it. And they never made the bed in his mother's room when she died. The bed was unmade, and the flowers she picked were still on the table. And the woman that rented the apartment had